Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations, and you are with Joel and Ender for the quick predict show of Soloman Dacres versus Alvaro Terrero. But before we get into that,
have some of that.
Have it.
Are you ready?
So, welcome to JG's Fight Talk for the quick predict show, Soloman Dacres versus Alvaro Terrero. Soloman Dacres, 1 fight, 1 win. That's all we know. So he's coming in for his second fight against a guy who's a bit more established, Alvaro Terrero, 18 fights, 5 wins, 2 draws, 3 knockouts. Not the best record, but it is his second fight. We're not expecting, big names already and that sort of thing. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, this one, because I know Soloman didn't feel particularly great after his first fight. Obviously, got the rounds, which is always good early on. Gives you more experience instead of just sort of knocking everyone out for the first, say, 10, 15 fights and then coming up against a tough one.
Yeah.
He sort of had that tough test early on. So, interesting one to call, really, isn't it?
It is really. I mean, and when it's a person's second fight, you really don't have much to go on other than the fact that you see the first one went the distance. The likelihood of the second one going the distance is high. He should get the decision, unless he has a catastrophe. So I mean, going for him on points is kind of just all points in that direction because he might be looking for the knockout, but he may not get it, and I don't think he will. And maybe he should just settle and just go for the experience at this stage. And so I'm going for on points.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with this sort of thing in the early fights because you're establishing yourself in the pro game, aren't you?
Yeah.
He's against a guy that's had 18 fights. Yeah, he's only won 5 of them and drawn 2 of them. So he's not got the best record, but he's been in the ring a lot more. So
exactly. But that's what he's in there for, ring experience. So I mean, and okay, he wasn't happy with his first fight, but that's what these fights are all about. Your first 6 to 10 fights are just kind of finding your feet and seeing where you are. I mean, not everyone can be Lomachenko, so that's just where it is, and we'll see where it goes from there. They'll know better after 2 fights, kind of the lay of the land, what kind of trajectory they need to take and whether it needs to go slower or where they can pick up the pace a bit. But yeah, so that's where they'll be.
Or whether they change the approach, the style,
Exactly, yeah.
He might have great power in sparring and stuff. It might just be the nerves. It might just be the occasion at the moment of settling in.
But that's the point of these fights. I mean, they're to get you as nerves. They're to
test the water, aren't they? Test the water,
and they're to get used to the atmosphere and the environment. I mean, because because it's not easy. I mean, everyone thinks, well, sure, isn't it just getting through the ropes? It's not. Obviously, there's the whole psychological change of professional boxing and competing out there, and especially you're probably going to be on Facebook or something. You're not going to be on Sky, but you're still going to be somewhere with people watching you. So you do feel that pressure.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, we wish Soloman Dacres all the best for his second fight. We always wish both fighters the best of health, afterwards as well. So we're just looking forward to seeing how he approaches the second fight, really.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting to see.
I think it'll be points. I'd love to see a knockout because it's the heavyweight game.
It is, and at that level, that's what they want. But sometimes, you've got to just relax and ease
just got to go with it.
Exactly, and just fight along, and the knockouts will come when they come. Don't be trying to rush it, because if you rush it, the likelihood of getting caught is much higher. Whereas if you're more careful and methodical about it and just relax more, then okay, you mightn't be as quick to get your knockout, but you'll win the fight and you'll learn more, you know, because when you rush for a knockout, you leave yourself exposed to a knockout, and at the heavyweight, that's the name of the game, and that can happen so easily.
Thanks, Ant. Much appreciated.
There you go.
Well, as we say, we're going for Soloman Dacres to get win on points. So yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks again, Ant. Nice. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Much appreciated. And everyone that's tuning in for the first time, head over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button on JG's Fight Talk. Get ready. There's some great stuff coming. We've got some new shows. We've got a new show starting next week. I'm really excited about. And yeah, some great stuff. Great stuff. So, Ender, thank you very much as always, and see you shortly.
Very good.
Until then.
Little bit of this, little bit.
Are you